Hello all. In this lecture, we will see how to write our first C program and what happens when we write this first C program, what all things we have to know. So how to compile everything we learn. So I will show some tools, some compilers to write this program. So those who are beginners can start with this online GDB onlinegdb.com. So if you go to this site, you can run any programs like C, C++, Python, or PHP. Anything can be written here. So they have all this online compiler. That's the only thing you have to require this net. So when you open, this will be the thing that will be shown. You can simply delete this thing in order to write your program. So you can delete and clear everything. Okay, so I have cleared everything. So this will be the empty space. Now you can write your program here. I will show the first method. This is onlinegdb.com. So in order to write this program, we have already seen how to write, how to print hello world. So I will write the same program. So first structure, we have already seen the structure of a C program. First it's pre-processed directives. So you have to include hash include, so this is the thing hash include, and within angle brackets you have to you have to include this stdio.h file. I'll tell why I should include this file. So this is a preprocessor directive, and then in the next slide we have already seen that white spaces can be included. Maybe you can skip a few lines, or if you want you can write some comment lines here. So the comment line should start with this and star, and you can type anything like this. So I'll just write that this is my first C program, my first program, and you have to close with an asterisk and a slash. Now that is a command line, and in any line you can write this program. So it should start with main function. So I have already mentioned this. It should start with int main, and there should be an opening and closing parenthesis here. So int is the, we have already seen data type as int. So main's return data type is int. So we will not worry about this thing. We will learn about when we see functions and all, we will see this. So every C program will have this main function, and inside this main function we have to start with an opening brace and a closing brace. So this opening brace and closing brace should be there. So within this braces we can write any program. So what I am going to do is, after that there should be another statement should also be there, that should be included. That is the return statement. That should be the last statement of the program. It is to exit. I will show how to exit from the program. So these things should be there in all the programs. So I'll tell why I had to include this stdio.h. Now int main function should be there, and return statement should be there. Then you can type any lines, you can leave any number of white spaces in between. Now I'm just going to print the hello world. So this is the printf function. It is to print whatever that is there inside double quotes. So whatever you type inside this double quotes, that will be printed. So I am just going to type hello world. So usually when you start writing this program, you print hello world. So this is the complete C program. So what it does is, we have this printf function. Now I will tell why we have included this hash include stdio.h. So we have this printf function. So what this printf function does is, it asks the compiler, it tells the compiler to print whatever that is there inside this double quotes. Whatever that is there in the double quotes should be displayed on the screen. It should be displayed on the screen. So this printf statement is an inbuilt function. It is an inbuilt function of the C compiler. So that's printf function is written inside this stdio.h file. So that is why we have included this preprocessor directive. So it tells the compiler to include this file. Then only we can compile the statement. So I'll simply remove this statement. Okay. I am sorry, I'm just removing the statement. What we'll see. So I'm simply running this program. So there will be an error shown at the bottom. So printf is there, but that is not included. So there is some error will be displayed here. So we have to include that hash include. Now if you compile this program, there won't be, sorry, return. I have to include a semicolon also. Okay. Okay. Now if you run this program, so all statements should end with a this thing. So this hello world will be printed. So in this way you can write a program. So what it does is, what we do is when the compiler runs this program, what it does is when it compiles, what it does is it first includes this stdio.h. So then it starts execution from this line, int main line, and what it does is it inside this opening brace, whatever statement is there, it will execute. The first line is a eighth line is a blank statement, so nothing will be done. Then we have a printf statement. So the when it finds this printf statement, so it knows what to do with the printf statement because it is written inside this stdio.h. So it does, what it does is inside this double quotes, whatever that is there, we have written hello world. So that will be printed here. So whatever you want, you can include my first program. Like this you can include. So whatever we write, and when you compile this and run this program, whatever written inside that text, that text will be displayed inside that double quotes. Whatever that is written will be displayed. And finally we'll have a return statement. There are some blank spaces, so compiler ignores those blank spaces. And also this statement is a command line that will also be ignored. And we have a return statement. This is an optional exit statement. It just exits from the compiler. So this way we can write this program. Okay, and I'll just copy this also. Okay, so this way you can run, can simply have to select this language. You have to use the C language here. You have to select this and simply run this program. So this way you can run. Hope it is clear how to run a program. So that now you are clear why I have included this stdio.h. So it is a directive. It is a direction. I have to give some direction to the compiler because I am including a printf statement. So the code of that print statement is there already included in the stdio.h. So it should be included, then only this printf can, that statement can be printed. Okay. So that is why I have included this preprocessor directive. Then every C program will start with this int main function. This is the main function and the program execution starts from this main function. And after that there should be a opening brace and a closing brace, and every statement should end with a semicolon. There should be a semicolon here, and also after return 0 there should be a semicolon. You can include any number of white spaces also. So I have copied this program. I have shown another way to run this program. So this is code blocks. So we have this code blocks, and this is an open source thing. You can get it online. You can use it in Mac or Linux or in your Windows also. You can use this IDE. This is an integrated development environment, and you can write it here. You can file, and you can simply new write get an empty file. You'll get an interface like this. You have to simply write this program. So I just copied that same program here. You can write the same program here, and what you have to do is in order to compile this, you have to compile. This is build and run. So this is to compile. You simply build this, then if there are any errors it will be shown here. If there is no error, then you can go for this run. When you run this, the output will be displayed here in the terminal. So hello world, my first program, that statement is printed. Now I'll show another way to execute this thing. So this is the second way, and I am going to show. So this is code blocks and online DB. Now you can use the terminal. So those who are using Linux system or Mac system, you can use terminal interface. So this is actually the programmer's interface. So this way, since you're computer science students, you should use this. You should start using this interface to write this program, rather than going for this online compilers and all. So you can use any editor. You can simply give command to that editor and write this. So I am going to use Vim editor. So there are VI editors there. I'm using this Vim editor. So I'm going to use hello Vim editor. So this is a text editor Vim, and space you have to give a file name also. In order to open that editor, you can simply type Vim and you have to give a file name also. So my file name is hello dot, maybe I'll use hello one. Already there is some hello file is there. Let me take it. So hello file is not there. So I'll use hello itself, hello.c. Now every C program, the extension should be .c. So you have to give vim and space hello.c, and when you press the return or enter key, so this will be sorry, this already exits there. So I'll simply quit this thing. Okay, I'll write it here itself. So hello world hello.c. So when you open this, the interface will be like this. So when you type, nothing will be shown here. So if you want to type something, so this will be the thing you will be shown when you type vim hello.c. You can see this thing. So this is the interface you will get. Now if you want to type, if you type in the keyboard, nothing will happen here, nothing will be displayed. So in order to type in the Vim, so you have to press the I button, I for insert. So when you press this I button, the bottom you can see this insert will come. Now you can type anything here. So I'll simply type the same program here, hash include within angle brackets stdio.h. So this is a header file I have to include. This is a header file. Since I am going to use printf statement, I have to include this stdio.h. Then in the next line, I am going to type in main function should be there, and after that an opening brace should be there. Then in the next line, I am going to type printf, and within double quotes you can print anything. I'm going to print hello world, and I have to close with the double quotes, and you have to close that braces, and there should be a semicolon at the end. Then in the next statement you can use return 0, and a semicolon should be placed. Then there should be a closing brace. So this is the whole program. Now if you want, you can use this tab and all. If you want, you can put any blank spaces and all, like you have to can like this to show the structure and all. You can use this tab and all. So these are blank spaces and it will be ignored by the compiler. I've already mentioned about that. These are white spaces or blank spaces. Now everything is complete, the program is ready. Now you have to save the program and go back to the terminal to compile this. The code blocks or the online, you simply can press the run button. But here you have to save this file. You have to save this file. So in order to save this file, what you have to do is, remember this command, you have to press escape button. So there is an escape button in the keyboard. You have to press this escape, then this insert will be gone. Now it is a command mode. It is in the command mode. You can give any commands. So in order to save this, what you have to do is you have to press colon. So bottom it will come, the colon will be pressed, it will be automatically typed here only. When you press the escape button, everything will be written here only. Escape button. Now we are in the command interface. Now colon, and in order to save that, you have to press the W key. Now it is say W, and in order to quit and go back to the terminal, you have to press Q also. So this is a command, colon WQ. So escape colon WQ. Now it is actually W is to save and Q is to quit, and quit and go to the terminal window. Now after that you can press the return key or enter key. So when you press the return and enter key, Now it will go here. Now if you go here, that file is already here, hello world.c, that is formed here inside the C program. So I have created this hello.c program. You can list this also ls, using ls command you can list, and you can see the file hello.c. Now you have to compile that file. You have created that hello.c. Now you have to compile. There you simply press the run button, but here you cannot simply press any run button and all. So we have a GCC compiler in Linux or Unix, Windows. You have this GCC compiler, GCC. So you are asking to compile. So GCC space. Now the file name hello.c. So this is a file. So gcc hello.c. So this is where you can compile. So when you press this thing, if there are no errors, then it will compile. So if there are no errors, that new prompt will come. This means no errors are there. You can list this file if by using this ls, and you can see that a new file has been found, a.out. So what happens is whenever you compile a C file, a.out file will be formed. So this is the executable file. You can execute this file. So in the file also you can see this a file is formed. So this is the object code file or the runnable file. You can run this file. So you have already seen what is a compiler. It will convert this high level language to low level language. So when you compile this, this is being converted to some object file. This in GCC compiler, it will be converted to a.out file. So it is converted to some machine format. Now in order to run this file, what you have to do is dot slash, and you have to press that run that file a.out file. You have to type a.out. So this is a command, remember, dot slash a.out, and when you press the enter key, so that program will be run, that hello world, and that column will be printed here. Now if I want to, I'll show one more thing. So I'll go to the file again, vim hello.c. If you click again, you can get it here. Now I'll go to this file, and if you see that it is in the same line, I'll be using a format. I'll use insert command here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a new thing here inside this double quotes. I'm going to use slash n. I have included a slash n here, slash n after this hello world, and it is inside this double quotes. So this is actually the new line character. We will see the difference between the previous print and this print. So I have included another thing here, slash n is included inside this double quotes. So whatever I want to print is hello world, and up to exclamation mark I have to print. After that I have included a new thing, slash n is included. So I will show what's the difference. Now I have to press escape and colon WQ and enter key. Okay. Okay, just a minute. So I have saved that, and I have exited it. Now I have to compile this thing again. So gcc hello.c. Now I have compiled. Now I have to run this for that dot slash a.out. Then return button. So now what happens is hello world is printed in a separate line. So after that a new line character is there. So here if you see this, it the prompt line will come in the same line. So here if you see this, it comes in the new line. So if you want, you can use this thing. If you want more lines, you can use two slash n. So if you use slash n slash n slash n like that, so three lines will be skipped. So it is a new line character. Slash n is a new line character. So it will print it will leave a line, and the next prompt will come in the next line. So here there it is in the same line. So this way you can compile. So when you run this, when you execute in this online DB and all, nothing can be seen here. You can simply run this program. Nothing will happen here. You don't know whether it is in the new line and all. So if you include some new line, you can include here also. So here also, if you see, if you run this program, you can see this, it is in the same line itself. So this hello world, my first program, in the same line, and the command line is there itself. So if you want to make it in different line, what you have to do is you have to include a slash n here. So what you have to do is you have to include slash n. I'm going to include 3 slash n. We will see what happens when we include 3 slash n and compile it. So if you, so some 3 lines will be, so after this a new line, and then 2 more lines will be left blank. So that is a use of slash n. So that slash n won't be printed, instead it is a new line character. So if you want to print in the new line, you can use this slash n. So here 2 lines have been left blank. So first slash n is to go to the next line, and in the next line there is nothing, again a new line. So again it goes to the next line. After that again a new line. So this will become in the next line. So this way you can leave any number of spaces like this. So what you have to do is these things slash and nothing will be printed here. Similarly, you can include slash t also. We'll see about slash and slash t like that. There are different new characters. We'll see escape. We call it as escape sequence characters. So you'll see about this later. Anyway, you can include a single slash n at present. That's what you have to learn about this thing. So I am just including a single new line character. So what happens is it will go to the next line and print it. That's all it happens here. So let me zoom it. Okay, so it will go to the next line here. So this way you can write a C program. So you can use it here, but in online DB nothing will be shown here. Even if you include the slash and all, nothing will be seen here. So if you run this, nothing will be seen. The same output will be seen like this at the bottom. So this way you can write the first C program. Thank you.